It's not unusual for someone to believe they're alone with their feelings, but at any given time, almost 8 million people have PTSD. Most of us are exposed to trauma at some point in our lives, which may mean surviving or witnessing a traumatic event. Understanding the causes and effects can help us understand the behaviors of those around us who might suffer from PTSD. PTSD can be caused by going through a traumatic, life-changing event and can result in reliving the experience, making it difficult for those who have it to recover. First, I will describe the definition of PTSD. Second, I will examine the causes and effects. And lastly, I'll provide an example. What comes to your mind when you think of PTSD? It may be fear, anxiety, and trauma. Well, post-traumatic stress disorder contains all three. According to the American Psychiatric Association, post-traumatic stress disorder is a psychiatric disorder that may occur in people who have experienced a traumatic event. It is known by past names like shell shock or combat fatigue during the years of World War I. But PTSD does not only happen to combat veterans, it can happen to anyone at any age. According to Yvette Brazier's article in February 2019 titled PTSD, What You Need to Know, it is thought to affect between 7 and 8% of the population, and women are more likely to be affected than men. PTSD includes feelings of depressed anxiousness for an extended period of time, as well as experience intense emotions about the event, feeling disconnected from others and places. As stated by the National Health Service, PTSD is estimated to affect 1 in every 3 people who have experienced a traumatic event. PTSD can be caused by exposed trauma, including experiencing or witnessing. Some events that may cause PTSD could be military combat, sexual or physical assault, abuse, neglect, accidents, witnessing death, and natural disasters, but of course those are only the most common ones. Any situation that triggers fear, shock, horror, or the feeling of helplessness can lead to PTSD. According to Pacific Grove Hospital, which is a psychiatric treatment center, in 2018, PTSD can cause a significant damage in lives of those struggling with this disorder, which can place them at a higher risk for developing other mental disorders. According to the Mayo Clinic in 2019, effects caused by this disorder include depression, anxiety, isolation and avoidance, nightmares, and angry burst, sensitivity, feeling of guilt or blame, and feeling detached from others, or maybe activities you used to enjoy previously. I examined the causes and effects, and now I'll provide an example. Grey's Anatomy is a TV show that follows personal and professional lives of surgeons. One of the doctors in that show is Owen Hunt, who was diagnosed with PTSD. He was previously working as a trauma surgeon for the U.S. Army. He was discharged after an ambush killed his entire unit, and he was the only one who survived. After that, he was emotionally fragile and overly sensitive, and it also caused him survivor's guilt. He was unable to sleep and suffered from panic attacks, which are both symptoms of PTSD. He also had nightmares, which during one of them, he did choke his own wife at the time. Another part of Owen's PTSD is another doctor, Dr. Altman, who served with him as a trauma surgeon as well. And when she joined the staff at the same hospital that he was working at, she was just a constant reminder for Owen and what he lived through in Iraq. I defined post-traumatic stress disorder, I examined the causes and effects, and I provided an example. PTSD can be caused by going through a traumatic, life-changing event, which can result in reliving the experience, making it difficult for those who have it to recover. PTSD is caused by a wide range of events and affects all kinds of people. A person with this disorder can seem distant as they try to block out the painful memories. It's important to be supportive and understanding for this disorder in order to provide help to those close to you.